Late Night Health continues. We're talking with Peter-Bedard. He is a healer and an author. His book is called Convergence Healing. You're a hypnotherapist, as well as you've had extensive training in alternative health. And as we went into our break, I said, let's talk about tuning into your body and how you as a healer can do that. I mean, if I came to you and said, my elbow hurts, you know, I've been using this a lot. I have to find another old joke. You know, the joke is you go to an MD and you say, Doc, when I do this with my arm, it hurts. And the doctor's response is, don't do that. So how do you tune in and help me reduce my pain?
So I got a lot of that. You know, I would go in, my leg was rebuilt, and their basic response was, well, that's just the way it is. I would go in and say, my leg hurts, and they would just say, well, don't walk.
Oh, boy.
And, well, you know, especially in my 20s, I was in survival mode. I barely had any money to pay any of the bills. I was working as a waiter and a fitness trainer, of all things. And I would go in and say, my leg hurts, and they would tell me not to use it, basically. And it was, well, how was I going to make a living in doing any of that kind of stuff? So that wasn't acceptable to me, which is one of the reasons why I kept pursuing other practices. And, you know, I liked what you said right before we went to the break, where you were talking about this product for hypertension.
Mm-hmm.
One of these things that I really, really encourage people to do in these conversations that I ask people to have with their pain is to have multiple levels of healing. And what you're doing is you're bringing in an herbal way to actually address that particular issue.
Correct.
Which is awesome. That would be in that body area. I would talk to that part of you that's feeling that stress and anxiety that's creating the hypertension. I would talk to that part and say, great, we know this works for you. What else can I do? What else is there that's going to help us take this healing to the next level? Is there something with my mind? Because honestly, a lot of hypertension issues, I would say the majority of them, are actually caused by our thinking or a worry type of state, a stressed, worried type of state, where we're sending the message to our body that it's too much, I can't handle it, I have so much to do, it's too hard, or things like that. I mean, it may not be that type of languaging.
It would seem to me also, Peter, that a lot of stress is external.
Exactly.
All right? And we just need to learn how to cope with it.
Yes. And we make it internal. And that's where things like hypertension come about. So I would ask people, yes, to keep doing those herbs. Now, is there anything else we could do on the level of spirit, on the level of connecting with Source? Is there anything that we can do that this part of you would like to do in order to heal? And the same thing on the mind level. Is there something you can think about instead of those outside things that maybe you're worried or panicked or fearful of? Can you use your mind in other ways to send different messages to your body?
Because I try a lot of different things to talk about here on Late Night Health, and I did this prior to Late Night Health. I've had some energy healing. Not that I need a lot of healing, maybe my brain a little bit, but I've had some really unusual experiences with energy healing. Would you call yourself an energy healer?
No, I wouldn't call myself that, but I highly encourage it in people, and that's part of that recipe. So if somebody is in back pain, let's say, and we would say back pain has different implications. A lot of times people with upper back, shoulder, neck type of pain, that's the weight of the world type of pain. Whereas lower back might be something like responsibility to self, root issues, foundational structural issues.
Money.
Exactly. Money, survival types of things. So we would talk to that actual pain. Now, they need to do something physical in order to strengthen the muscles to take the pressure off the bone. So there needs to be some sort of physical activity that's going to strengthen the body. Now, they also have to do something like you said, money. Money is a concept. Money is a physical thing, but it's only represented and only has value because we all agree it has value. And so it's an emotional, mental concept. So we have to do something with our thinking around the issue of money in order to cure the back and heal the back pain. And the same with the spirit. If the spirit is broken and that person's sort of emotional, spiritual, foundational core is broken, then we need to really go in there and build that up. that becomes the answers that come to us become that recipe that I ask my clients to follow. And when they do, it's remarkable. I get these little miracles in my office every day. And I'm so grateful because people are in a place where they're learning that they do have the power to actually heal. And heal things that they were told could never be healed. They'd only have to manage.
And you've done that yourself.
Absolutely. I've gotten rid of my arthritis. I've gotten rid of all kinds of things that, according to modern conceptual beliefs in medicine, are not healable. You're just something that you have to manage to live with.
Listen, Peter, we'll have to have you come back again. We'll talk more about Convergence Healing in the next month or two, and we will keep in touch. You could go to convergencehealing.com, by the way, convergencehealing.com. If you go to latenighthealth.com and look under Peter under our guest tabs, we will have Peter's beautiful picture up there. We saw his photo today, as well as information about the book and a link to Convergence Healing as well. Peter, hold on a second, okay?
Sure.
All right, coming up next, our good friend Robert Clancy. We actually spent part of New Year's Day together, or New Year's Eve together, and we'll talk about that. And we're going to talk about a very serious subject, and that's suicide, as we continue here on Late Night Health. Join us at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com.